Hey YouTubers, it's Ben the Curious Consumer, and if you had watched my last video, you saw me take this glorious machine apart. I am a big fan of this controller. I can't speak enough or highly enough about this controller. But, you know me, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I absolutely love putting the Xbox One Elite parts on my controllers. So that's what I'm going to do today, guys, and if you'd like to come along, stick around. All right, guys, well, here we are today, back again. This is what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be putting in my Xbox One Elite component kits, or Xbox One Elite domes and magnetic parts for the tops, as well as the directional pad into my Nintendo Switch, brand new Nintendo Switch Pro controller. First things first, I've already taken everything apart. You guys can see that in one of the other videos. I will leave it in the card above. So in my other video, I've taken this apart step by step, slowly but surely. Couple of screws here and there, a bunch of different ones. We are going to put this together. First things first, though, I am going to try to figure out where the buttons go on this. All right, before I get too far, what I have to do now is take my magnetic thumb piece here, and I'm going to have to trim down some of these edges with my rotary tool, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. But I need to figure out a way to make this fit. So it looks to me like I have to take these edges right off, so that little green part right here, those little nubs have to come flat. So each side has to be flattened out. Here, here, and there. So I will be doing that. Let me get my rotary tool out. This is the Drill Master that you can pick up at Harbor Freight. It's got the rotary tip here that I like to use. See how it fits. It is still a little tight. May require a little bit looser around the edges, but you can see how it fits in there. So I'm going to take that out. I'm also going to have to take these nubs off here, because if you look on the directional pad for the actual Nintendo controller, the only part that it has is this middle piece right here that sticks out, not on the edges. So we need to kind of make this mimic that. So now that that's all set, let's see how this fits now. So we're just going to take it, we're going to slide this into place. Should give us a nice loose feel here, and it does. Perfect. Nice. All right, so I'm just going to hold the backing here so you can see what I see from the front. This part should just easily fall in and out, just like as easy as this part falls in and out. All right, so that is the front. Let's move on to this part, the thumbsticks. All right, typical thumbstick fashion, you would want to find the shape. The shape is more like of an elongated oval, and you want to match it up to the elongated oval shapes of those sticks. So I'm just going to oval it up, push it into place. Oval that up. Oop, oval this one up and slide that into place too. And as I move these around, I can feel you can see how that got stuck there on the side. When the top is on here, it won't go that far over. So we'll keep that on there, push it in a little bit tighter, and that is that part. Now that we've got that part all set, we're going to put that aside, and we have to rebuild the front faceplate by putting the triggers back on. So nice and easy, you're going to slide this back into place. And really what you want to do is slide it back ever so gently. This goes around there's these large circle pieces here on the inside of the controller. That's where the thumbsticks go. You've got to just kind of settle this motherboard around those parts. Once that falls into place, then you just got to kind of find the holes. There's these little plastic stilts here in the controller, so you have to line that up with the left and right triggers. And you just want to line up the holes correctly, and there it is. Nice and easy, just line it in. Now that that's in place, now I'm going to put in the 4 screws that were on this side, put those back in. And I always leave my screws in a ice tray. I get these at the dollar store. They're super cheap, and they're very, very functional when you're doing things like taking apart your controllers. You want to be very gentle, not to strip the plastic with the screws going back in. That does happen sometimes, and especially if, you know, this does void your warranty whenever you take one of these things apart. So I know some people say, well, what warranty? Well, the thing is, usually you get a manufacturer's warranty out of the box that guarantees your product to work, and if your product doesn't work, you can send it back in. This right here takes that warranty and throws it out the window. So again, if you're going to mod your controllers, do this at your own risk, and definitely take your time when you're doing it. And there it is. There's the front plate here. Just line that up. There it is. The front plate's all set. Now we have to put the back plate on. And in order to do this back plate, we have to get this ribbon cable back into this port right here. So I still have left this little flap down. There's a little flap in there that you have to kind of get down. And I left that down so I can try to put this back together. So the way I got this off before, I had the controller just like this, and I was able to get that part just close enough, push that part down. This part is going to leave a little bit of a challenge for you. So you're going to have to try this a couple different ways. Try to be sure not to bend the cable too much. There it goes. Putting it into place. Now we have to set the top portion back down nice and easy, lining up the triggers, on the top. We're going to put it, trying not to kink anything or break anything. Keep an eye around. There are little parts here, so you have to line up this front piece. If you see that in the light, this piece here, there are 2 little areas here inside of the shiny part on top, which is just above the USB-C cable that you have to line that part up with, and it just slides into place. And you want to make sure that it goes all the way around. Now, underneath here, underneath where the motors are, there are double-sided tape, so it's sticky tape that holds this faceplate in place, which is why it's a little bit tough to pull it off at first. Now we are going to replace the screws on the back. Now remember, on this part here, the screws that you're going to be replacing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws on the back. Make sure that you don't over tighten the screws, because what will happen is when you over tighten the screws, you can cause the plastic to strip. You don't want that to happen. And I've tightened up screws before as well, which actually caused the faceplate here to get so tight that the thumbsticks got stuck. And I think on this side, I've screwed it in too tight. So watch, if I push to the side, it's got that, you can hear it scraping against the top. If I just loosen that up just a little bit, now I don't have that problem anymore. So you don't want to tighten the screws too much. You just want it to be snug enough to where everything still works the same. See, it's still a little too tight. It's getting stuck on the side. Give it a little bit looser there. And now, oh, much better. I have to check that top one. So, there. Perfect. All right. And one more. Last screw right in here. And screw that last part there on the bottom. Perfect. All right. Now the battery here, this battery actually goes in this way. So we're going to slide the battery in place here. There you go. So you go the connection side first in on an angle and then push it down flat. Once that's on, now the back plate gets installed. Back plate goes right on just like that, clips right into place. And you have four screws to replace. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm super excited. This controller has actually been a champ. I really enjoy this controller. I think a lot of Nintendo Switch owners will be very surprised with all of the controllers that the Nintendo Switch has. The Joy-Cons work pretty well. Don't get me wrong, I do like those. I think it's revolutionary. They're cool. They look awesome. They fit in the hand pretty well. As a matter of fact, even the Joy-Con grip that they give you with the controller works really well as well. But I love this controller. This controller here is really neat. I really enjoy it. Now, with this controller here, you're going to see there's these little, I don't know if you can see that. There's these little tracks here. A little track there and a little track here. You got to make sure that those follow the track that's on the controller. So all you're going to do is slide it on just like that, and you replace the screw on the end. Gotten a lot of nice hours out of this controller so far. I really enjoy it. Like I said, fits comfortably in the hand and lasts a long time. Definitely glad they came up with this device. Already I'm getting power back into the controller. I can see it on the bottom here. Anytime you push a button, it searches for the Switch console. Just gonna give this one more snug. There we go. And everything seems to be feeling pretty good. Snug, fits well. Everything seems to be working pretty well. The directional pad actually feels nice and tight in there. These feel heavy, nice, heavy, and comfortable. And that's it, guys. I, the curious consumer, am always curious, and I'm super happy that I was able to come here today and show you guys how to put this together. It only took 25 minutes to put that together. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me. I do hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, as a sign of appreciation, please smack that like button. Give me that big thumbs up there. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, just let me know. Guys, thanks again so much for stopping by. If you haven't already subscribed, why not do it now? Hit that subscribe button, and then after that, there should be a little bell that shows up on the bottom of the screen. Just click that bell. Once you click that bell, guys, that will notify you anytime I post new videos just like this. Guys, I do appreciate you guys stopping by here and checking out the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.